Are you a teacher who wants to have less stress and time for more fun stuff in your life? I am. My name is Zuzana, and you are watching one of the first episodes of the Teachers Get Real channel. And I'm not going to ask you to subscribe just yet, because then I would be like everybody else. Did you know that teachers are officially in the highest risk group for burnout? So if you're a teacher, it is perfectly normal to have some of the symptoms and possibly have questions and concerns around those symptoms. Being a teacher for more than 2 decades, I had plenty. And what I discovered was that it was challenging to find resources that are not only easy to relate to, but also easy to follow through. It doesn't matter if you're a brand new teacher or have been in this trade for decades. We all face challenges only other teachers understand, right? I personally often realize, for example, that being a teacher is actually a lot more work than most people think it is. I also know that we have to cope with demands and problems that are hard to address even when you are trying to share them with fellow teachers. So I decided to unpack teacher burnout and see how we can have less stress and more fun by creating healthy boundaries and using simple self-care practices. I've been doing this successfully for the past 9 months, and I would love to share with you what I have found. The thing is that while working with hundreds of kids and even more teachers in 16 different countries in the past decade, I discovered that although we all differ by culture, upbringing, education, and our personal unique talents, there are some universal challenges all teachers face in this profession. Being a trainer, part of my job was to provide support to these lovely teachers. So as a typical educator, I started an extensive research and took one course after the other to acquire and discover more ways to help them and myself. Obviously, working on the battlefield every day required me to try everything and walk my talk, experiencing firsthand what works and what doesn't work in particular settings. So, here I am offering you the fruits of this process. Obviously, I will bring many pragmatic ways of implementation to our roundtable here, but it will be completely up to you to decide how it can best serve you, depending on where you are and what are you dealing with. So if you agree that it's better to prevent or conquer issues now before they become toxic and start doing more damage in your life, then keep on watching and click the button. What we are going to explore here will help you to get rid of exhaustion and demotivation, bring more balance into your professional and private life, focus better and prioritize without guilt, have more time to refresh and realign, and to revamp stress-related habits and patterns. Sounds good? In the upcoming episodes, we will explore how to get off the burnout cycle. What is the burnout cycle? When I played the synonym game of tags and titles, I googled burnout wheel as it sounded like an expressive headline, but guess what popped up? A bunch of cars with spinning wheels and smoking tires while the cars were stationary. This image is somewhat accurate, right? I mean, how many times we feel that we are just spinning without moving forward, burning up our resources and not regenerating them. Those who have gone through a few years of teaching are somewhat familiar with what happens in August, in November, after New Year's, in March, in June. Any patterns? The cycle can be a rather repetitive and has a number of ups and downs, mostly downs if we are facing many challenges. In fact, this is a drawing of Matthew Boomhauer, who redrawn the emotional stages of a first-year teacher poster in his lovely blog and suggested that this may be true for more experienced teachers as well. New or experienced, we all go through year after year in a repetitive fashion. And as of the school year, we can agree that there are recurring patterns, right? I mean, if I drew a graph in a cyclical fashion, this is what it would look like. You can tell that I'm no art teacher, huh? So, once it is in our awareness and we understand what the burnout cycle means, we shall be able to draw a different wheel together. The next episode is called Teacher Burnout Under the Microscope. And it will be all about the different ways to approach teacher burnout, plus revealing the factors that play big roles in it. After that, we are going to explore all challenging aspects of our beloved profession in a very comprehensive and wholesome way. The Roadmap of Teacher Challenges episode will have a scrumptious download for you to use as a reference guide. Until then, take care and stay dry, unless you are at the pool where we teachers spend months of a year, right? See you next time.